Brad Holmes has just completed his 4th draft with the Detroit Lions, and in 2 of those drafts, he traded up in the first round, with 2021 and 2023 being the exceptions. In 2023, he went back. 2022, he went up to get Jamison Williams. 2024, he went up to get Terrion Arnold. Now, the Detroit Lions had a lot of positions of need on the team, and we knew that Brad Holmes is a self-proclaimed cornerback snob. Very picky, very selective about cornerbacks. And the cornerback that we took, Terrion Arnold, was not expected to be there past 15. And he kept falling and falling and falling. And the Detroit Lions decided, you know what? He's fallen enough. We're going to take our chances, trade up to get him. But there was another individual that the Detroit Lions may have been interested in trading up for. And you guys know this already. You saw the news yesterday. But according to Albert Breer, the Detroit Lions, Terrion Arnold was not a guy they thought they were going to be able to get. The draft capital was just going to be too high. I had talked about Dallas Turner going in the top 10. As a matter of fact, he didn't go this. I don't know if y'all knew this, but this draft set a record for not only offensive players taken in the first round at 23, but consecutive offensive players taken in which was 14. So the first defender didn't come off the board until 15, and I believe it was back to back. So once the offensive draft kept flowing, and Terrion fell to in the teens, the mid-teens, the Detroit Lions had to take a chance and trade up to get him. But they might have had their guy on another guy, their eye on another guy. This is coming from Albert Breer via Pride of Detroit. Says Detroit actually laid the groundwork for a trade up. I believe Missouri DN Darius Robinson was the target, which made it easy to pivot and get aggressive in going from 29 to 24 to land a falling Arnold, Breer wrote this week. Now, if that is the case, because a lot of people thought that Darius Robinson was a late, like I'm talking about where we were picking. Well, I guess 27 is late, but he went 27. The Detroit Lions would have missed out on him as well. So the Detroit Lions were probably, according to Albert Breer, looking to take Darius Robinson. We kind of felt because of the interviews and the combine and stuff like that, that the Detroit Lions really, really liked him. But they liked Terrion more, and they decided to trade up and get him because Darius would have never lasted to 29. Now, the interesting thing about this is, with the Detroit Lions sitting at 29 and Darius Robinson going off at 27, I wonder what was the moment? What was the point? When was the point that they said, wait a minute, we went into this draft not knowing Terrion was going to last this long. We didn't know it was going to be a record set for offensive players taken, a record set for offensive players in a row, right? Was it 15? Was it when he got to 20? Because I think that they could have had their eye on maybe Brad Holmes does value a certain position after all. But maybe they could have had their eye. And when this guy kept falling and falling and falling, knowing our need for a cornerback and a cornerback of his caliber, that they would take their chances and trade up and get him. I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense because they weren't going to, but a lot of people thought that Darius was going to go 29, 30, maybe an early second round. So now I'm going to ask you, which prospect, what draft pick would you have preferred? Would you have wanted Terrion where we got him? Because there's no way he makes it to 29 because there were 4 other teams in the NFC that took him. And between it very reminiscent of Jahmyr Gibbs last year, where Jahmyr Gibbs, it was people calling him up. Look, we was about to take him. If y'all would have waited to 18, you would have never got your hands on him. So which player the one we got. So you can say the one we got. You can say the other one. It doesn't matter. I'm curious to know what you guys say. Which player would you have preferred? The one we got in Terrion Arnold, or Darius Robinson, or what was there another player that you wanted? Perhaps, either, aside from those two, leave it in the comments below. I heard a lot of stuff about Chop, about Verse, about the first pass rusher that went off the board. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I would love to hear your thoughts. You guys know what mine are. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think that the Detroit Lions really were eyeballing Darius? I think it's some truth. A lot of these rumors, man, they have a lot of legitimate truths, and I think they were. I think it is some truth to this. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Consider subscribing to the YouTube channel as well, doing all that YouTube stuff. I would appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.